After years of demonizing trans people, the New York Times is now pivoting to say that trans issues are the least consequential of what the Trump administration has done so far. You know, the genocidal intent that this administration has towards my community. That, according to their contributors, is the least consequential thing that's happened. If it wasn't consequential, you wouldn't have fed into this anti-trans panic which you helped create for years. Despite advocates, despite entire organizations telling you to stop endangering our lives with misinformation, you kept going because you felt that that was consequential. The New York Times has blood on their hands and are now trying to wipe their hands clean off of it. You've shown nonstop that you lack any moral and journalistic integrity. Here's what Megan K. Stack, one of their contributors, has said about trans people. And I quote, "I can't say it's exactly consequential since so few lives are materially affected. But it is a shameful mark on our national conscience. Is your lack of morality entirely based on how many people it affects? Because I absolutely do not care how few lives are affected. If something is wrong, and it is consequentially wrong, then you say it's wrong. Just because you are not personally affected, it doesn't mean it's not consequential. And more to the point, the laws that are passed against us will inevitably affect women too. Because civil rights are so linked together. One community losing their rights can mean and will mean that others will also lose their rights. We've seen this happen, for example, in the bathrooms or in sports, where do you know who gets accused of not being who they are? Cis women too. And then you're subject to the same humiliation and the same invasive procedures that we trans people are forced to endure. But so few lives means it's not consequential. To that I say, f you. So New York Times, your contributors are absolutely morally bankrupt and complete morons. I guess you really are a tabloid at this point.